95 Rock, Western Colorado's best rock. It's Nate Wild, and I've got Carlos Mencia on the phone. He's going to be taking the stage at the Avalon Theater March 21st. Carlos, the tour's just getting underway. You're going to be a really busy guy. How you feeling, man?
I'm good. We just finished up signing a deal to do a new special, and that's it's been a while, so I have so much material that it's gonna be tough, man. But yeah, it's one of those things where I'm really looking forward to it, but part of me is really scared because there's no worse feeling in the world than to look back and go, man, I should have put that in there, or I should have said that. That's you can't go back and change any of that stuff. So yeah, right now I'm just gonna really start focusing on stuff that's really poignant, really elemental, really good, strikes a chord, but gets huge laughs all at the same time. So it's like a tamale, bro. I'm going to try to put everything inside of it, bro.
There you go. That's killer, man. I didn't know about the special. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, me too, man.
So, as I mentioned, you're going to be in town March 21st. We're stoked about it, man. Have you spent any time in Grand Junction?
You know what? It's been a minute. But yeah. The last thing I think I remember about Grand Junction is you guys had this ordeal because a friend of mine, comedian Ralphie May, was there. Is that where that whole thing went down? I'm
not sure, actually. I'm kind of new to the area myself.
Yeah, I think it was. And so it's been a minute. No, I love Colorado. I've actually had an idea where I want to shoot a special in Colorado.
Ooh.
And call it Live from Central America, ... Colorado.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, that's in my head, bro. So it's going to happen at some point. I just haven't been able to do it. I did record an album there, but, yeah, so now it's time to do a special. I'll figure it out, bro.
Cool.
Got to be creative, man. You got to keep moving.
Yeah.
This is an ever-evolving world, bro. Who would have thought that I'd be like, hey, man, go check me out on TikTok. Hey, check me out on Instagram, bro. It's like,
right.
It's the ever-evolving world, bro. But for me, the one constant has always been the attitude of rock and roll. Like, that's the one thing that I've always loved, that genre of music was always unapologetic. It was, party time, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, man.
Yeah.
And it never changed. And, the artist kind of changed, but the music and the attitude doesn't. It's a different. I want to go see a concert. I don't want to say who, but it's a pretty hardcore band back in the day. And then in the middle of it, they told me to recycle my bottles because I was like, "Dude, I didn't come here for that. Bro. What are you doing?"
Oh, that's hilarious, man. That actually kind of leads me to my next question. I was going to say, everybody loves comedy. It's universal. Rockers, hip-hop guys, 20-something-year-old country girls. And you mentioned you're a rock fan, too. Who are some of your favorite bands?
You know what, dude? I kind of dig on everything, but that album, Hysteria?
Oh, yeah.
Def Leppard.
Yeah.
Really, really got me. I love Journey, but I hate what they did to rock and roll. Because if you followed rock and roll before Journey, it was like hard rock. And then every once in a while they put a ballad, because the wife was, you know what I mean? It was Kisses, I want to rock and roll all night.
Totally.
You know what I mean? And then the wife got, you're always on the road. And Beth, I hear you calling. But then Journey just took that and turned it all into lovey-dovey, kind of softy, and the transition from rock into what now is like soft rock and yacht rock.
Yeah.
I put it right there in the middle of Journey. So I love them as a band, but they pissed me off of what they did to our music.
Oh, that's awesome. So I was a huge fan of Mind of Mencia. I actually saw you in, I want to say, maybe like 2006 in Colorado Springs. And Brad Williams, the dwarf on the show, was one of your openers. Can you tell me how you guys met? I love this story.
Yeah, well, I was performing at a comedy club in Brea, and I was doing jokes. And, at the time it was not as well. So today we'd have to say little people are dwarves. But I was doing midget jokes at the time. And half of the room, literally half of the room laughed, and the other half did not. Mm-hmm. And it was one of those moments where, thankfully, I'm very aware of what's going on. So I just stopped and I went, I'm sorry, but there's no way that a joke is funny to half the room and the room is split down the middle. It's just not the way it works. Is there a midget over here somewhere? And I pointed to the left side of the stage, and I see these little tiny hands go up. And it's Brad, and I go, oh, my God, come up on the stage. And, I go, what do you do? And he was going to college at the time. He was going to USC. And I go, do you have a job? He goes, yeah. I go, what do you do for a living? And he goes, I work. He said, I work at Disneyland. And I'm like, this just keeps getting better. And then, so it turns out that at the time he used to work as a security guard for Mickey Mouse and some of those characters, because the majority of people that act up with the characters are children, and they don't, Disney doesn't want grown people, grown adults pushing little kids around.
Right.
So they hired Brad, who was a little guy, so that it could not be as intimidating to them. Ironically, the play that they had of the Seven Dwarfs would not allow any dwarves into play. It had to be played by normal-sized people.
Really?
So we got a laugh about that. But anyway, he came up. We had fun. It was cool. I forgot about it. A year later, I'm in Ontario, performing in Ontario, California, and Brad shows up, and I go, hey, what's up, Brad? He goes, hey, man, I got big by the comedy bug. I've been doing stand-up for a year. And I go, oh, my God, that's amazing. And I said, well, let's talk after the show. And then he said, well, maybe you should let me go on stage. And I said, yeah, you know what, let me think about that. So I walked away and I told my brother, and my brother goes, dude, put him on. And I said, listen, what you guys normal people don't know is for comedians, the worst thing that can happen when we're young is to be given an opportunity like this in a sold-out show and to bomb.
Yeah.
That stuff sticks with you a long time. I don't know that he's ready, and not only that, I don't want to, pardon the pun, I don't want to stunt his growth when it comes to comedy because,
Right.
I don't want to put him in that kind of a situation. What if they don't laugh? And my brother Albert looked at me, and he paused for like 3 seconds, and then he goes, he's a midget. They're going to laugh. And I went, okay, fine, let's do it. And I brought him on stage, and from that point on, we've been lifelong comedy friends, man. There's been few friends that I truly have in comedy, and he's one of them. And I'm just so proud of all the success that he's had. And, and it's been great to watch, man. A lot of the people that opened for me, Cristela Alonso, the Joe Coys, the Bobby Lees, the Brad Williams, and there's more. I mean, I'm so proud that I picked these guys to help them out, and I did, and they've grown. And that's it's almost like so it's like watching your kids grow up and actually get a good job and not ask you for money. It's like, what? I did good, man. I gave back to comedy, bro, and that to me is very important.
Yeah, I love that story, man. Once again, we're talking to Carlos Mencia. He's going to be at the Avalon Theater on March 21st. We've got all the details online at 95rockfm.com. Carlos, I can't thank you enough, man, and really looking forward to seeing you at the show.
Oh, man, I can't wait, brother. I will see you, and we will have a great time, and the new material is ridiculous. I can't wait for everybody to see it, man.
I'm looking forward to it so much, man. I appreciate your time.
You be well, brother.